And thus far, we've been really successful. I'm very happy with how we're tracking it and how quickly things are getting done.
All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and get started. Very first question is from Ruzering, who asks, my worry is that there is just too much code to be implemented here on a quality scale. This game is either 3 years down the road or it's going to feel very rough. Your response?
That is a good question. There is a lot of code. It isn't. Hopefully, it's not 3 years down the road. Couple things. First of which is that many people had heard that I've been working on the design of this game for about 15 years now in my free time, and I've been working on coding it for not nearly that long, but certainly not just the last year. So a lot of the code is already written, which is good. The other thing is that we are using as much open source and or royalty free and even royalty based technology as we can. So as many people know, we're using Unreal 4.9 right now, and that dramatically reduces the amount of time it's going to take for us to get to market, because we're leveraging already an existing animation system, cloth physics, scene management, rendering, and so we can make what looks like a really good game without having to write really any code ourselves. So that helps quite a bit as well. And then the other thing is that I've spent about half my time in the game industry, and about half my career outside. And what I've found is that the game industry tends to lag behind best practices quite a bit. Even in the use of various programming languages, we tend to stay a little bit behind because we want to squeeze that last bit of performance out that we can. And the end result is that developing games within the industry tends to take longer than developing software outside the industry. And so what we're trying to do is leverage a lot of the best practices around software development that I and my team have learned outside of games, inside of games, as a way to speed up the development process. And thus far, we've been really successful. I'm very happy with how we're tracking it and how quickly things are getting done.
Well, you certainly do have quite a package of screenshots that you made available to the public that definitely seem like a game that's been in development for a long time, and that's the kind of progress that you guys can make in short periods of time and with limited budget. I would imagine the prospects are still fairly good.
We are definitely looking forward to having a larger team, both for the camaraderie and just the ability to track faster. But at the moment, the server-side programming has all been done by myself, and the client-side programming is a combination of myself and community member Tricknall, who's one of our developers. And so at this point, everything you see from a coding standpoint has been done by just the two of us.
Oh, wow, that's very impressive. Let's move on to the next question.